Speaker, Vicki has been eagerly awaiting the launch of Pathways. For her first speech, she has chosen the presentation called Presentation Mastery. Tonight she'll be giving the first project, The Icebreaker, titled I Am a Speaker, Vicki Chatterton. Welcome.
Fellow Toastmasters, when I talk about motivational speaking, probably one of the first people that pops into your mind is Tony Robbins. He is a guru in motivational speaking. In the 90s, if you were up late at night and you turned on the TV, chances were you saw his big grin and he was selling his book, Awaken the Giant. And he is a giant. He's almost 7 feet tall and he is huge. And when he gets on the stage, he has a presence. People want to listen. He gets jumping up and down and he's just motivational. You want to follow what he's doing. And I would watch those because in the 90s I was a mom, and so I would take those breaks late at night just to watch TV and kind of let the kids sleep and think my own thoughts. And I always thought, wow, that's really cool, but could I do that? And anytime I would tell people that I wanted to be a speaker, a motivational speaker, they would look at me and, kind of say, sure, okay. Because as most of you know, having been in Toastmasters with me, I'm not this person who is jumping up and down and just telling you my message and calling you to join in. My style is a little bit more conversational. And I didn't realize at first that other speakers had a conversational type style also. One of the buzzwords that you hear in self-development is passion. Live your passion. If you live your passion, you won't care if you're getting money or not, but it seems to flow into you if you are living your passion and you're living on purpose. And I've toyed around with this idea of passion and purpose, thinking, did I miss the boat? Am I not figuring it out? Why is lightning not hitting me? And all of a sudden, I've got my purpose, I figured it out. Well, as time has gone by, I realized one of my main purposes for me was raising my family. And that is what I focused on in my early 20s. I wanted to have a family, I knew that, and that's what I did. I have 3 wonderful boys, and the nice thing about having them in your 20s is when you hit 40, they're already grown. And now, I have a new chapter, and I'm thinking, okay, my purpose was to be a mom, but do I have a new purpose? And it's always come back of training and speaking and talking to people, and that's something that I enjoy. And having realized that that's something that I enjoy, I also realized I wasn't Tony Robbins, who was jumping up and down. How was I going to find that style? Fortunately, back in the mid-2000s, I met Jack Canfield. And he's a motivational, transformational leader. But he has a presentation style where you feel that he's talking to you. You're having a conversation with him. There's no way that they would ever compare him and Tony Robbins in the same boat. They're good friends, they know each other, but they're just 2 different people. And by going to his presentations and talking to him and taking his training, I realized, yeah, I might be able to do this. And in his book, he recommends that you join Toastmasters, and speaking is one of those things. And I even highlighted and presented. One of the scariest things last year was having to present his material in front of him to the rest of the group. How was I going to do this? I didn't know. And you listen to everybody's stories about how they found Jack Canfield and how they changed their lives, and they have extraordinary stories. There's this one gentleman, Forrest, wonderful man. He was in a car accident, brain injury, on pain medications, had to learn how to walk, read, everything. And he says in his story that he heard Jack Canfield on the TV set one time talking about his book, and it intrigued him. And so he read the book, and it took him a long time because he had to learn how to read. And his story is magnificent because he took all of these challenges and faced them. He took Jack Canfield's training, and he's going around and talking to people. And they're like, wow, if you can change your life following these principles, we can change our life. And I was talking to Tyler in the car, and I said, you know, I really don't want to go that extreme in my life to get that type of experience. However, I've also realized that if I share my ordinary story, where I don't think is really flashy or motivational or jumping up and down the stage, it still might ring true with somebody. And I experienced that last summer when I was giving my presentations and teaching the material that I was learning. And people would come up to me and say, you know, when you talked about this, I remembered a time in my life. And then I realized, wow, this does work, and I am making a difference. And even though I'm not jumping up and down like Tony Robbins, I am having that conversation with people. And I'm looking forward to not only saying I am a speaker, but I am a professional speaker. Mr. Cook.